So peeps, another day, another job. What we got here is a cheeky bit of fault finding. As the ops have reported, their pneumatic gripper isn't moving. We got our list of error codes coming on the HMI, and here's our feedback from the reed switches on the HMI. As you can see, the grippers are giving feedback, but the up down isn't. This is coming back from our reed switch. So what we're going to do now is have a cheeky first look any broken cables, any wires hanging out, and just make sure that the reed switches have got their indicator lights on them. So what I'm going to do here is physically fire out these pneumatic cylinders by pressing the fire button on the solenoid valve, and as you can see, we have actually got feedback light coming back on these reed switches. You could also go from your 0 volt to your switch wire. And this is where we got our schematics coming up. Now what I'm labelled up is you've got your 0 volts on the bottom, 24, we've got a terminal rail where you'll be doing your testing locally, and then that goes on to your input to your PLC, and you can see you got your address of where to look for on the PLC and what unit module to go to. Keeping it locally, you would do all your testing for your 24 switch on that terminal rail at the top, and you can see that the numbers are there, so you've got a little 11 on the side, that will be where you go to. So you can see we've got our rail up the top there. You can see their numbers, so 11 and 12 is up and down. And what I've just done here is got the little cheeky schematics, and I've labelled up. So you would have a common 24, so that's all going to be 24 volts normally on there. Common 0 volts, that would be all your zeros, but your switch wires will be individual. So our up, if we were testing for the 24 volt coming back, we'd go on that 11 up there. Now if you are taking these cables out, I do suggest that you do label up however you find it easiest and take 1,000 pictures. You will save your ass one day. So what we did find as a fault on here, and why the reed switches was moving at the time, was that the grub screw had been stripped out. You have got to be gentle with these peeps. They are still little scrub screws going into a plastic body. So what I'm just showing you here is how they work. So I've got it on my cheeky little tester you all love and know. So what I've got here, peeps, is a cheeky little magnet to show you how this works. So inside here we'll have a little glass vessel with 2 metallic strips. There'll be an inherent gas or a vacuum to stop corrosion. So what we've got here, and then when the magnet gets pulled, they'll be drawn together. As you can see, this is a PNP switch also. If you've got a breakdown and you're pulling out a 3-core cable, you can use 2-core, because your 0 volts is only really for your indicator light. Just put the blue on the 2 wire to the switch wire. Now what we found was our magnetic ring was snapped, and that was what was moving, and that's what was giving us our dodgy readings. And if that's out someone, that's alleged approved.